Well, that was a little bit different than I expected it to be. Hey everyone, my name is Ryan, and thank you guys for clicking on this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I do all kinds of reviews on this channel. Today on the channel, I'm going to be reviewing the horror thriller film called Out of Darkness. This was directed by Cumming, and this is his directorial debut. It stars Safia Oakley-Green, Kit Young, and Chuku Modu. I saw a trailer for this film when I went to go see the movie ISS, and I was like on board really quick. I was like, yep, this is my kind of movie. I'm definitely going to check it out. I then looked it up and found out that it came out in 2022. Apparently, it was premiering at a London film festival back in October 2022. It then premiered in a festival in Scotland in May of 2023, and then Bleecker Street actually picked up the rights to the movie, and they just now have released it here on February 9th. It takes place in 43,000 BC. You have 6 people here. You have a father, his mate, you have his younger brother, you have his son who is 11 years old, you have another female, and then you have another older guy who is the elder who provides a lot of wisdom, and they are trying to find food. They are trying to find a place to live. They're on this new land, and they want to have like a habitat that they can actually hang out in and actually build a life for themselves. So they're on this strange new land that they don't really know. When the father-son actually gets taken by this creature, then they're on the run to find his son. The cinematography is done so well in this film. It was shot in Scotland, and you can definitely tell there's so many shots of the different landscapes. They're definitely in the middle of nowhere. You have some river shots. These people, they're looking for food. You can tell that they're really cold. They're starving. They are very weak. It does such a good job of the sound design and the way that they just use the camera here. There are shots where the camera, it'll go upside down and show like an upside down shot. They do a really good job of rotating the camera, doing different kind of camera angles. And the sound here, when like the creature's coming or when there's like a horrific moment, they do a really good job with that sound. I definitely could hear it within the speakers of the film. They did a phenomenal job with that. They made up a language. This is in a foreign language, but it's made up. It's called Tola, and it is a cross between Arabic and Basque language, and it is in English subtitles, obviously. But the fact that they made up a language, that really says a lot, especially for this being a more lower budget film. It does make it stand out, and I really did enjoy that we had a little bit something different here. It is a slower burn film. It is short. It's only about 85 minutes, and I wouldn't say that this film is full-on horror, but the way that it looks, sounds, the characters themselves, I don't think that people may really get into too much because there isn't a lot of character development. A lot of them are pretty one-dimensional. They have a little few character traits here and there, and you do see some of the traits come out throughout the film a little bit within the 85-minute runtime, but there isn't a whole lot of development. While I have praised a lot of the camera shots and angles that they use in this film, there is a point where they go into the woods and they're trying to look for this father's son. And there's parts where they're actually running, and when they're running, the camera is just shaking all over the place, and you're just kind of getting a headache because it's just going all over the place. It's almost like the cameraman is running with them, but when he's running with them, like it's just going all over the place. That definitely was a weak point, which I wouldn't say happens a lot in the film, but it is about maybe 5 minutes or so of the film during some intensified moments of the film. There was another part in the woods where they show the sky, and this is actually in the trailer as well, and the sky is like a greenish tint color, and I thought that that really showed the lower budget of the film. I don't really think that should have been included. It felt a little bit off to what the script was actually going for. It felt a little bit sci-fi-ish. There's another part too where they're actually walking on the land. This is before they get to the woods, and they show this black goo stuff, and I was like, so what does that have to do with certain things in the plot? Will they actually answer that question later in the film? They never do. When we get the reveal in the third act as to what the creature actually is, and we get into the wrap-up of the film, I thought it was pretty poor, but in the same sense, with me not really agreeing with the third act of what they actually revealed, in a way it made sense because these people, you have to actually understand that they're on this new land. There is this whole unknown. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're going to eat. They don't know what's actually in this land. They don't know if there's diseases. They don't know if there's any people on this land. They don't know really anything. So because there is all this unknown, you can do really irrational things. You can behave differently. You can react differently. And there's a lot of things that you may not have encountered before, so you have no idea how you're going to react. So it really made me step back and think about what they were trying to do with that ending. So in one way, I don't like the ending. But in another way, thinking about it actually film criticism type way, and thinking of it just from the perspective of these people, I kind of get why they made that ending and why they did that reveal and why they did what they did. But then there are also some things with those people and just the creature itself where some of those reveals and some of the things that were revealed, I was like, okay, I don't know if I agree all the way with it. So I feel like I'm kind of torn with the ending there, because in one way I understand it, and another way I'm just like, yeah, I just don't know if I really, really like that whole ending and the explanation of what they were trying to do there. With that said, I would give a score of this film a 3 out of 5. I mostly had a good time with this film. It's not going to be for everyone. It is a slow burn film, and some people may feel very disappointed with the ending. I think it's a film that has great sound, great cinematography. Acting wise, I don't know how people are going to really feel about the different kind of language, a made up language, but I give them a lot of props for doing that, because I mean, how many films actually do that? It's very unique. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about Out of Darkness? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you just think it was kind of meh? And if you haven't checked it out, are you going to check it out when it comes to VOD or streaming? Thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you guys next time.